I'm Steph, that quirky bird girl, and I will be walking you all through my morning routine. So this is how I splatter on my face and get ready. And I'm going to do a few things along the way. I'll be drinking a lovely espresso. Y'all, look at this cup. Oh my gosh, hands down, one of my favorite purchases. Okay, and then I'll be brushing my teeth with y'all. And if you haven't checked out my brushing teeth video, go check it out because that's a fun one. Okay, so I am usually a pink girly through and through. However, I have been wanting to challenge myself and do something a little bit different. But I'm going to start with eyebrows. And I already moisturized my face. I think that's going to be a key thing. I wake up every morning. First thing I do, slap some moisturizer on. I use this. I know, don't kill me. It's for your body too, but I have horribly dry skin. So I need something that is dense like that. And there are a lot of people who have like oily skin who I would not recommend that for. So I'm going to get started with my eyebrows, and I got a really good recommendation from an influencer who said to like back up when you do your eyebrows. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to kind of color them in the spots that are not necessarily missing hair, but where it's not as full as the rest of my eyebrows, because I do have one side that is more full than the other. And they're both, the hair is growing. It's most certainly doing its growing thing, you know what I'm saying? But this is where we're at. But we don't stop there, people. So I like to brush up and out. So up and up. Obviously, this is like pretty dirty. I did not wash it. Or I don't clean it, but don't judge me, people. Okay. So then we go up and out. And then this side, you'll notice, is different from this side. I don't know if anyone else struggles with that, but I just like curve it over a little. And then those are my eyebrows. Super easy. I try to keep it as simple as I freaking possibly can. I have hooded eyelids, and so I do white eyeliner in order to just brighten up my eyes a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but usually I do a thicker color or a thicker line. Today I'm just going to do a pretty thin one of said eyeliner. And I just got, I think this is NYX. Yeah, NYX. So just like lightly outlining it. I know it looks like quite a big of a difference, but yeah. So that is the white eyeliner. This just makes my eyes pop a little bit more. I don't think I'm going to do any color on the eyelids. And I do sometimes do some of this like flattening of the pigment that you can see in my face. I don't like to do foundation because you can see I have a lot of freckles, and I don't like that it hides my freckles. I want my freckles to be out on display, and so I really just the thing I want to control is the redness. So that's what I'm doing. And the great thing about this is it's also primer. And so you can see, like, even touching my face, that's what the wind does to it. So, like, you can imagine when I'm out and about how red my face will get. And it's kind of upsetting. So I'm just going to rub that all over. And then some of the redness will be controlled. And I'm also going to put some of this green. Again, like green, I have a lot of redness. Like, that's just what cancels it out for me. And you can see, like, look at how amazing this stuff is. My face was not this evenly toned. I had a lot of redness up through my cheeks, redness up into my head, just kind of like natural blush, which I love. But when the wind gets the best of me, it truly does get the best of me. And now my face matches my neck. And it works out perfectly. But you see I have this red dot here. I just touch my skin, and that happens. It happens all the time. But I am going to go ahead and just try and cover up this red dot. that was a stress burst. So basically what happened is I got so stressed that my face was like, we're gonna explode. And it exploded on my nose. And I've had that since. I used to have another one that was right here. That one went away. So my fingers crossed that this one also goes away. But the green just kind of helps tone out some of the red. Y'all, one time I did a podcast episode and I literally forgot that I had put this green stuff on my face. And I went the whole entire episode with green on my face. It was kind of iconic. I accept that burden to bear, you know? Okay, so now I'm gonna do mascara, and then that's when I'm gonna decide, once we're done with this, if I am going to do any eye makeup. I did do eyeliner a little bit earlier, but we're past that. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. I just do this many times and just squeeze down. I don't know if it's the right way to do it, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be, you know? It's my own way. See, like, I barely touched my skin, and there's the red. Okay, I use Tarte tubing mascara, although I just ordered the e.l.f. version because I want to try it out. Reddit says it has really good reviews, and so I just want to see what it's like. And I usually do a little bit more of like a flamboyant makeup, because I love the pinks that I showed you a little bit earlier. But you know what? Today we're going a little bit different. So I have very different eyelashes. I don't know if you can tell, but my top eyelash, they don't really like curl upwards, they go out, and then my bottom lash go down. So it's like my bottom lashes are always so much longer than my top. So I use a different mascara, still Tarte though. The one I use is Lights Camera Lashes. I don't know if anyone recognizes that, but I've used the Lights Camera Lashes for a long time, and I like it, but not for my top lashes. It's too heavy, and honestly, the tubing formula might be too heavy too. My hair is, what did they say it was? It was like porous, a high porosity, low volume or some shiznat. I have no idea, I can't remember. But it was like, I have a lot of hair, but it's very thin, basically, is the gist of it. And that's true. Every time I go to the hairstylist, they're like, oh, because you look at my hair and you would think, okay, that's not much hair, right? But then once you start sectioning it, it's like, it just keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming. So I have a lot of hair, but it doesn't look like it. And it's filling out even more. I've been paying attention a lot to my hair care, and I have a lot of spots throughout my head now that are very filled, and it feels very nice, and very good. So I'm getting ready to go figure my life out and file my taxes. Okay, so oops. So this is where we're at so far. I didn't know how I would feel when it's over with. The person who sold me this at Ulta like months ago was like, you need to do multiple layers of it. I don't know. I hesitate to believe that for something to be a good mascara, you have to do multiple layers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're paying $40 for a little bottle of mascara, I'm sorry, we the people think that it should be one. Because then we're just out here wasting formula. But you know what? I'm not the makers at be. I am simply a girl. I really do feel like I want to do something. Although my eyes like stand alone, it's fine. It just doesn't feel like me. I'm a very sparkly person, and I feel like I need sparkles. So let's do some sparkles. I have this other palette that I got. Something might fall out. Yeah, okay, here we go. This one, and it has a bunch of different sparkles, so maybe I'll do this one. I kind of like, ooh, they have gems with benefits and Stone Cold Rich. Okay, so I think I want to do Gems with Benefits and just see how it goes. Whoa, this is pretty.